Hey guys, welcome back. It's Mike, Sasquatch NHL, and today I'm going to talk about how to get some of your old video game consoles to work on your new TV or even over to your computer for capturing or live streaming, whatever you want to do with it. I wanted to do this video as a complimentary video to the series I'm putting together on the channel for retro video games, specifically retro hockey video games, but you can apply this thinking and this logic to any other old game console or old game. The basics of it are pretty simple. You're trying to go from one of these old things, this is the Nintendo Entertainment System, out to a conversion box which creates an HDMI signal. And from there you can take the HDMI signal, plug it into your TV or into a capture card on your computer, or stream on your Twitch channel or your YouTube channel or wherever you want to do it. Okay, so let's get into the setup and configuration a little bit. First things first, you need a way to get the audio video signal coming out of these old consoles into your TV and into your computer. Overall, I hadn't really thought through the logistics when I planned putting the series together. I wanted to capture all my old hockey games for the channel here at Sasquatch NHL. But yeah, when I opened the box, I realized pretty quickly there's no way to hook this up to a 4K TV or a computer. So, had to do some research. So hopefully this will be a resource that will help someone else and kind of give you my perspective on how I went through it for this series. If you have a better way or you know a better way, please let me know down in the comments how you went about it, or maybe something I'm missing along the way that would improve the process. The first thing that you're going to need is a conversion device. So it's going to take the audio video signal coming out of your game consoles and turns it into an HDMI signal that you can put into your TV or into your computer. Now, most of these older consoles output their audio and video signals to RCA cables, and in some cases an S-video. So I wanted a conversion box that would accept a variety of inputs and be able to turn it into an HDMI output. I just really wanted something simple, affordable, and flexible to be able to give me the most bang for my buck and options for hooking things up to it. Now, there's a ton of options out there. The one I ended up going with on Amazon, I'll leave a link down in the description, but it was about 30 bucks. Seems to be doing everything I needed to so far and working pretty good. It does some upscaling to 720p and 1080p, which is great, kind of boosts the quality, makes everything look way better on the screen when I'm recording it or streaming it. I would love to hear from you guys if you use a different device that was also affordable, because that's kind of the key here. I didn't want to spend a bunch of money on this, and I wanted it to just work right out of the box. Now, some of the really old consoles, the Atari specifically, only output to an RF signal, which is the really old school way of getting video signals and audio signals into your television. Back in the day, there used to be two little prong thingies on a converter box that would plug in to the back of the TV, and that's how you got the signal to show up. You would change the channel to 3, and suddenly Mario and Luigi are jumping around on your screen, and everything's great. But there are some special adapters and things that you'll need proprietary to your devices and the way you're set up. Specifically for the Atari, in my case, I had to get a VCR, which is kind of interesting, but we'll talk about that here in a minute. Okay, so now that we've got the signal coming out of our console into a conversion box and spit out to an HDMI signal, we need a way to capture that signal on the computer through software so I can create videos. Now, this part is pretty straightforward. There's a lot of different types of capture cards that you can use to hook up to your computer to grab that HDMI string coming out of that conversion box we just talked about. But I like to use Elgato products. For example, the camera that I'm using on this video is going through a CamLink device made by Elgato. Capturing games and doing live streams with the games, I'm going to be using an HD60X alongside that, which is a great capture card. It's a workhorse. It just works straight out of the box. Nothing but good things to say about this. Now, the Elgato HD60X is designed specifically for higher frame rate games and capturing live streams and things like that for your gaming purposes, and it's worked great for me so far. You can get other capture cards out on the market, probably for less money than you can the Elgato products, but for me, they work flawlessly. They're great right out of the box, easy to use, and so far worth every penny. The HD60X is basically plug and play. It connects to your video game console and sends raw video to both your gaming screen and your streaming PC. This device passes through video the way it was intended to be seen at up to 4K 60Hz HDR10, so that's good. It also has high frame rates when gaming in 1440p at 120Hz or 1080p at 240Hz. This device powers through your streams without any lag or screen tearing. It has super low latency. You can stream from any system, a Mac, a PC, laptop, or a desktop, no subscription costs, and it works basically with every single app available out there on any platform that you want to stream to. Now, to get everything hooked up the way you want, it's obviously going to be a little different for your setup than my setup specifically, but in general, I think some of the things you're probably going to need are RCA audio and RCA video cables, a few HDMI cables, an S-video cable is handy to have around. An HDMI splitter is also handy, specifically with the PS3 if you're using that, because there's some security that happens on the HDMI signal coming out of that machine. And oddly enough, you might have to go buy a VCR. In my case, that was the easiest way to get the signal coming out of the Atari 2600 into a VCR using a little adapter that plugs it into the coaxial and then come out of the VCR through your RCA cables and into your TV or into your conversion box, wherever you're going with that. So just to recap, a list of gear here that you're going to need to do this. You're going to need RCA audio and video cables, HDMI cables, S-video cables, an HDMI splitter, which comes in handy for the PS3, a VCR, and RF coaxial adapters, an HDMI conversion box, and of course, a capture card for your computer. I'm using the Elgato HD60X. Now, in some cases, depending on the type of video game console you have, there are proprietary adapters that you might need that you might have lost over time through storage, or if you just acquired it off of eBay, maybe you didn't think that you needed that specific cable. If you have questions, let me know down in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them or ask somebody that knows. I've been doing this a little bit for a little while, so let's hear from you guys if you have questions. So just to recap the basics for you guys again, it's not too complicated. You are going to need some gear. It's hopefully not going to be too expensive. The Elgato products are a little pricier, but some of the adapters and things like that you can get aren't too expensive. And there are options out there for capture cards that are a lot more affordable than the Elgato products if you're interested in that, and they do a pretty good job. So again, basically you're going to come out of your game console, go to a conversion box. From there, it turns it into an HDMI signal, which you can take and put it into your TV or run it to your computer or capture card for creating YouTube videos and live streaming. That's it. That's the whole trick to the process. So hopefully this provides a good resource for you guys, kind of a quick condensed setup and approach that I took when I was doing it for my game systems. You can apply the same logic in your situation for your game systems and getting that signal over to your TV or into your computer and capture card for creating YouTube videos, doing live streams. Thanks for dropping by the channel, you guys. If you want to check out that first video that I put together in the retro hockey video game series that I've been adding to the channel here, it's right here in the video linked. It's also going to be down in the description, but it's a battle between myself and my brother. We haven't played the game in about 20 to 30 years. We busted it out, hooked it up to the computer, and had a battle. NHL 94 from EA Sports is the game. I hope you guys enjoy it. So check that out. It's linked here in the video, like I said, and have a great day. We'll see you on another video real soon here at Sasquatch NHL.